Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hi Carlene, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for supporting the channel. We are offering free yes/no readings for 15 minutes. We are accepting donations now. Donations will only be open for about 30 minutes. So Carlene, I have I'm going to go with a yes, Carlene, but I still think that they're in a very independent energy at this time. So I feel like there's still like that feeling of wanting to be single. I think, however, they could picture a relationship with you if they were going to have a relationship. Carla. He's not sure what this is, Carla, but he thinks that it's something. So maybe he's just not familiar with the terminology twin flame. But he has had some thoughts about you that feel very strong, and he's wondering what the significance is here. So in a roundabout way, I would say yes, but he just doesn't know how to define it or explain it. You're welcome, Carlene. Thank you for stopping by. If you have just joined us and like to ask a question, I'm pulling a poll for everyone, whether you've been here before or not. You guys have some questions in the chat. If you're here for a donated reading, those will close in about 25 minutes. So just make sure you get those donations in relatively soon. Hi, Jessica. Jessica. Wow. All right, you have a yes. Actually, 2 cards came out for you. The Fool and the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to go with a yes, and it feels something tangible, something physical, like money or a gift or some kind of physical blessing, like maybe gifted furniture or gift cards or a check written to you or a new wardrobe. Maybe you win something. But yeah, overall, I'm getting a yes there for you. Whoop. Oh, that means it's shuffled enough for your question, Anna. All right, Anna. I am getting a yes, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you, guys. Make sure on your way out you're liking this live stream for me. We are accepting donations tonight. All the pricing is in the description. I have readings starting at $3 going all the way to $30. You can stack a couple readings on top of each other. We call that a a la carte, so you can create your own reading. The menu for price list is again in the description. And then to donate, I accept Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, and all of that is linked in the pinned comment. If you've not had the chance to ask a yes or no question, feel free to do so now. I'm answering free questions, yes or no, for the next 5 minutes. Hey, hon. I just saw something. Because just to like see what we're not spending our money on.
Yeah.
Visit the big city. I did that. You've done that. We didn't do it together, but never again. Walk through a small town. We've done that. Visit a specialty chocolate shop. We've been to a candy shop, but we haven't been to a specialty chocolate shop before. Would you want to do that? We've been bowling together. That was at the beginning of our relationship. Was that fun to you? Let's see. Ice cream and frozen yogurt. We've done that, right? When we went to...
Yeah, Myrtle, right?
Oh, maybe. But I was talking about the frog place. What is it called?
Oh, Sweet Frog.
Sweet Frog, yeah.
I thought we did when we went to Myrtle, though.
What did we do? Where did we go in Myrtle?
Didn't we go to that yogurt shop, right?
What did it look like? Or what did
it looked like an off-brand Sweet Frog.
Oh. My God, do I not have that memory? And you do? Oh, that's kind of sad. So what did it look like? Like you walk in and it was like ice cream on the right, ice cream on the left. It was frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Was it the kind that you self-prepare on your own? Oh wait, something's coming back to me. Did we do that in Texas?
Maybe it was Texas?
Yeah, we did it in Texas.
Okay.
Or we did some kind of something like that in Texas.
Yeah.
Outlet stores shopping spree or window shopping. We've done that. Outlet stores together though. We tried that one time, but everything was closing that one day. Remember last time we went to the beach and then that's where that lady was?
Oh yeah. But we did it in Williamsburg.
Oh, did we? Oh, that's right. That's where I got my shoes, my Nikes at. Would you want to do a cooking class with me?
No.
Why not? I think that would be so fun to watch you do. That would be hilarious.
Great.
Well, I think that would actually be a really fun one. We did an art class. I was mixing art and woodworking together. We've done a romantic dinner at home. I did that for us on our Valentine's Day. Redbox. How old is this list?
Yeah.
Movie at home with favorite snacks. Attend a convention.
What are you, fucking 65 years old?
Have we done a picnic before?
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
Why is grocery shopping on this list? We've browsed a bookstore. That one's cute. We've done a lot of stuff together. All right, guys. So that is it for the free list. We are moving on to donations. Those will only be open for 15 more minutes. And then we will be shutting this down for the night. I was already on earlier today, but I just had a little extra time and figured I would stop by to see if anybody else wanted a reading. I put free list today. I meant to say free list closed. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. You did, Amy. Sorry, girl. Donations are open. I'm just hanging out if anybody has any questions. Hey, Amy, what's your question? Yeah, we can do some message cards. right, Spirit, please show me 5 message cards from Jordan to Amy. 5 message cards from Jordan to Amy. All right, so I have too much to lose. So what he's saying here is that he sees your value. I believe this is saying he doesn't want to lose you, and he recognizes that he could lose you potentially if he doesn't get it together. I wonder if you're happy without me. So maybe he wonders like how you're doing through all of this. If you're like okay, if you are missing him, if you couldn't care either way. He says, I want to start over. I know exactly what I'm doing. So I feel like with that, that's basically saying like he kind of like your messages yesterday. Hey, SB, kind of like your messages yesterday where like he said like, I know how to handle this. I've been through this before. I've like, it's not going to last forever. I know what I'm doing. I feel like that's kind of what that card is. Messages from Jordan to Amy, please. I wish I had treated you better. So I think that he feels like there's some type of like there's some type of way that he, how am I trying to word this? Like I know my thoughts. Expectation, that's the word. He has a certain expectation that he has set for himself when it comes to you, and I think that he feels like he's letting himself down. Let's see. Cut the deck energy. We will be together again. We will be together again. The bottom of the deck, he says, I want to tell you how I feel. All right. All right. Thanks, Amy. Next up, we have SB. SB, I'm ready when you are. You're welcome, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. That's good, Amy. I think you're doing good. I'm proud of you. What? So you want to know, SB, like past tense? You want to know what Sebastian thought and felt about you like in the past, or oh, that's sweet, Amy. I was actually curious where you were earlier when I was doing the free list. I was like, usually she's here. But you're welcome. I'm glad to hear it. All right, present tense. Okay. Present tense. What Sebastian think and feel about SB? You too, Amy. Hey, James, welcome in. How are you doing today? What does Sebastian think and feel for SB? Amy, have a great night. What does Sebastian think and feel about SB? Oh, Amy, I posted one of my pictures on the community tab. I don't know if you had the chance to see it yet or not. What does Sebastian think and feel? What does Sebastian think and feel for SB? It's like looking crazy. So SB, I'm getting like this scent of some type of fragrance. Okay, Amy. Some type of fragrance. Like he associates you with a specific smell or a specific scent. And I think it's commercialized because I feel like he smells the smell sometimes. Like maybe passing another person who wears that fragrance, or like in a mall or somewhere. It's like there's, or maybe he got you a signature scent and like he knows which one that is. It's like I keep getting like this whiff of a specific scent, and like he's associating you with that right now. And I feel like it smells good to him. It feels like nostalgic for him when he does smell this smell. When he does smell this scent. What does he feel? So I feel like at times he is paying attention to you. I feel like at times he's watching you, and sometimes he's just kind of doing his own thing. I do think that his feelings for you ebb and flow. Some days it feels more powerful than others, and it's pretty consistent, an underlying feeling of longing for you, but it's not something that overwhelms him. I think sometimes he gets deep in thought, and then other times he can go like a week or two and be fine. Maybe you can relate to that. But for him, it's like sometimes he's like very focused on you, and other times he's kind of focused on other things. I would say he likes distraction. I would say thinking about you is generally nice, but it does bring a sense of bittersweetness, I guess. I feel like he might watch your socials. You have fond memories of him. I feel like when he talks about you, he's like, oh, like, and I don't want you to think that he's talking about you all the time, but like if he thinks of you, and like if someone said, hey, describe her, like if he were to describe you to someone, he would say she can handle herself. Like she's the type of person that's other people should be afraid of or intimidated by. She handles her shit. She's independent. So yeah, like there's value here that he sees in you as someone who can hold their own. I feel like he feels like you are really good at getting people to be charmed by you. Like I would say, he probably would say like you're someone who has a lot of charisma from his perception. And he also is noticing the disconnect here with the Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. He does feel like he's on the outside of your life. He strongly senses the disconnect and like not being in communication or not being a part of each other's daily life is something that it is in his awareness. So with that being said, I would say he still thinks about you. And as I'm getting that confirmation in, we do have the Seven of Cups. So, oh, that's very sweet. What can I do for you next? James, if you're ready, you can leave your questions with me. I assume we're doing a mini love. If we are, just let me know on who and what your question is. You will be after SB. All right, and it looks like we just hit time on our donations. James, you got it. You know, it's funny because I'm not like super fond of the name Sebastian. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I always thought it was like a very interesting kind of bizarre name. Like when I was watching Little Mermaid as a kid, I was like, huh? And then it's kind of like when you meet someone named Rudolph, you're like, when you're a kid, you form an impression of like Rudolph is a deer, Sebastian is a lobster. And then when you meet somebody in real life with that name, you're like, this is weird. But when I was watching, I think it was the show Rain, that came out years ago, like so many years ago. I think it might still be on Netflix though. When I watched it, it was airing from week to week. But they had a character on there named Sebastian, and I loved it because my sister dated someone named Sebastian, and I think they called him Seabass was like his nickname. But on Rain, Sebastian's name was Bash. Like his nickname was Bash. And I thought that was the cutest thing ever. And I thought to myself that if I ever meet a Sebastian and we become friends, I'm going to call him Bash because I think that's adorable. You said your son busted out the harmonica while a song was playing in the background and you started busting out laughing. That's so funny. The name is very common there. Yeah, so my assumption is he's Hispanic. Or maybe European. All right, what's Sebastian's... Oh no, second card. Where is the second card? How would he feel if she reached out? He's German. Is that considered a part of Europe? I don't know. How would he... Don't ask me. I'm not the best at geography. I assume so, but I don't know. How would he feel if she reached out? How would he feel if she reached out? So with this card right here, usually the Tower is like sudden chaos and destruction. However, this person's got a little smirk on their face. They're like, do you see that? I did that on purpose. So they're like smiling, kind of. There's some kind of smirk on their face, and it's not conveying as well on camera as it is in person. But I feel like this person, Sebastian, would feel like a humongous shakeup in their life that's completely unexpected. This is talking like sudden change and shifts in their life that they were just like not seeing. They did not see it coming. So I think this would come as like a complete surprise to him. He would be extremely in the dark here. I think honestly, he would be like, oh, I'm curious here. What's going on? Like, I'm interested. This isn't a bad thing, but I'm like really curious what this is. And I honestly think personally, he would, before making any kind of moves, he would try to figure out like what exactly is going on. What's the motive? Why are you doing this? Are you just trying to reach out? Are you just trying to like touch base, be friends, something more? I think he really would let you take the lead on this. But the general consensus is that while he would take the back seat and let you take the lead, and he would be very surprised because he feels like he wouldn't see this coming, I do think he likes this opportunity and he's very curious about you and interested in what it is that you have to say. Oh, he's a professor. That's cool. What's your next question? Yeah, I think he'd be like, what's this all about? What is this all about? All right, will Sebastian and SB's connection further develop when she moves back to Germany? Aw, that's sweet. SB, are you back on an old account or did you switch your name back? Because I see a different profile picture, but I wasn't sure. Will Sebastian and SB's connection further develop when she moves back to Germany? Trying to see. I know the light on is good, but the direct overhead light is just, I do not like it. weird. You have the moon in that same position again in this reading. But I am getting a yes specifically because the Four of Wands is here is the main indicator that the relationship will further develop. Ever since I learned tarot and was doing readings intuitively for people, there was like this feeling and this understanding of this card back from the very beginning of my journey here, that this card meant that you are taking things to the next level, i.e., taking things further, i.e., furthering develop a connection. So this card to me always meant that wherever you guys are in this current situation, this card heralds or indicates, implies that the connection will get to the next level or the next step. So whether that be friendship, which I feel like if you guys are kind of friends now, then maybe it would be something more. But it seems like you guys aren't really even friends at this time. It's like maybe you were acquaintances at one point, maybe friends, but it's not a connection that was ever nurtured. So maybe possibly the next level would be friendship. But to me, this seems like taking the next step in furthering your relationship 100%. I do see him over here interested, but kind of cautious. So he's not necessarily hesitant to start anything with you, but I think that he's cautious. I think that he's like, what is this about? What's going on? I think he still has a lot of questions. But this here also talks about like building foundations. So this would mean that the relationship would start off in a very healthy way, maybe of reconnection and getting to know each other after the reconciliation. This card can also talk about like moving house or going into a new house. So after the move, maybe settling in is where you'll be able to nurture this relationship, maybe something along those lines. I would love SB. Also, just so you know, I would love for it to happen in my readings. But if you get readings from anyone else, a great card for that would be the Six of Cups. You might know that, but Six of Cups means reunions and reconnections, reconciliations. So if you're getting Six of Cups in anyone's reading that they do for you when it comes to Germany and this person, just know that that's what that means, is the Six of Cups. What were his intentions when we were dating? And thanks for clarifying and answering my questions. You're welcome. All right, what were his intentions? So the first intention, oh my God, I'm smelling the fragrance again. What is this scent that keeps coming through? It smells, oh, it's gone. It smells like clean, but it definitely smells like a fragrance. I keep getting like whiffs of it. This is weird. So his first intention, don't think it's come out for me today. Yeah. His first intention was to kind of refresh your palate or cleanse your palate is kind of what he's saying. I don't know why he's using this specific phrase because I don't use this on a daily basis, but it's like he wanted to cleanse your palate of previous experiences. He's seen that you were maybe let down or not necessarily enjoying yourself or having the best luck in relationships, love, dating, that sort of thing. And I feel like for him, he was saying, I want to be fresh air for her. I want to cleanse her palate when it comes to dating and relationships. I want her to see that there's other things out there, that people can be different. People can change. People can not be just what she's only experienced. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like honestly he just wanted to explore this connection. I think that was his main intention. I think he had good intentions from the start with what I had already previously said, but I think for him, he just wanted to see what this was. He wanted to see the type of person you are. Are you a lover, a fighter, like a challenger? Are you tenacious? Are you witty? Are you intelligent? Like, I feel like for him, it was just his intention was purely, which is very cute, but purely just to get to know you. I think he wanted to see where this would go. He truly wanted to see if this could go the distance. And I'm seeing here with the Two of Wands in the World in the hand is that there could have been something at stake here where he knew that you might be leaving, or he knew there was the potential of you not sticking around. And I think he was trying to consider whether or not this relationship would be able to go further than it did. This is the third time you said this. Last week you said my coworkers were feeling that, and one of my coworkers asked me what I was wearing. What? Girl, you're turning heads with that fragrance. That's crazy. You can literally watch all of my other readings that I've done, like even the last month, I would say. Ever I don't think I say this to anyone else but you. I don't think I've said it to a single other person. So that is kind of crazy that I'm only getting it for you. I don't know. Yeah, I typically, unless like for whatever reason, Spirit puts the image of like a fragrance bottle in my head, typically I smell it. Typically I'm Claire Aliens, I think is what it's called, but I have like a phenomenal sense of smell. Like phenomenal, and I think that's why it's such a strength of mine when I'm doing readings. But it's kind of like a newer strength that I have. But I think that he just enjoyed spending alone time with you. He enjoys spending one-on-one time with you. There's not any kind of ulterior motive here. There's nothing here saying I just wanted a fuck buddy or I wanted a relationship. There's nothing here saying I wanted to screw her over. There was nothing here saying any of that. He really was just along for the ride. He was saying like, I want to show her that things can be different. I want to show her that there's not just one specific type of person out there. And I want to see where this goes. I enjoy just being here in the present moment and playing it by ear and enjoying one another's company. And I think that was purely his intention. I don't think he was against anything, opposed to anything, in favor of anything. I think he just was open to any possibility here. Hey, James, did you want option 1 or 2 for the mini love spread? SB, what perfume do you wear? You're welcome. During that time, I wore a perfume called Merchant of Venice. Red Poison. Ooh, saucy. Sounds a little spicy. Right now, I'm wearing a similar perfume I got at Bath & Body. Oh, Bath and Body. I cannot go in that place. I get such a headache. Stuff smells good, but it just like instant headache. I'm very sensitive to perfumes though. Okay. So James, I can't remember if you said or not, is Patty is she a mom? I have 2 maternal cards here. She's not a mom. Okay, so this could basically be a couple of things. This could be like her internal clock. Her internal clock. You're so funny. Her internal clock can be like feeling like it's ticking. Now, this can happen honestly at any age. It doesn't have to be like she's 37 or she's 22. I mean, sometimes people feel like their clock is ticking at age 28 because they think to themselves, well, if I'm 28 and I want to have kids by 34, I need to meet someone now because I want to date them for at least 2 to 3 years before we get engaged, and then that puts me at 31, 32, and then I at least want to be engaged for a year to plan the wedding, and then that's 33. And what if we don't get married right away? Then I might not hit like my 34 plan. So, some people can start to feel like, depending on what their life plan is, depending on what it is that, okay, so you're both 33. So she's feeling some type of maternal clock ticking, like biological clock ticking. I think she's getting to that point where she's really thinking to herself, like, I really want a kid. And I'm starting to wonder if like that's in the cards for me. And I think for her, for whatever reason, this is like in the forefront of her mind. This also can indicate, as far as your relationship, what her intentions are, is that she's wanting to grow this connection here. She feels like she needs to get creative. She needs to find a way to get in communication with you. I know for you, you're going, well, she can just reach out to me. Like, she has my information. She has a way to get a hold of me. But I think for her, it's a little bit about vulnerability, but she is here intending on growing the connection. I don't necessarily feel like there's a block or anything, but I do feel like she's suddenly, and I don't know why, but suddenly feeling this biological clock ticking. I feel like the impressions that she's giving, like what she's showing the connection, is that she's, unattached, and she's not really worried too much about things, and she's marching to the beat of her own drum, and she has a different perspective or a different perception than other people do, and that's okay. And she doesn't have to live conventionally. And I think that she shows you these things in the way that she carries herself, the things that she says, maybe more specifically in her appearance, could be very like different. It could be she does things that look different than like the average person. So she's just kind of giving off this nonchalant impression to you of like, take it or leave it. It is what it is. But I do think that internally she's internalizing these things. That she feels like her plan for herself is suddenly like high stakes, and she's like, well, shit, what am I going to do now? Her thoughts are very much all over the place. I do feel like I feel like she's focused as far as like where her mindset is, but I think that she's racing. Like these themes are playing over and over and over and over in her head. I don't necessarily think she's scattered. If I had the Page of Swords instead of the Knight of Swords, I would say her mind is all over the place. She's like, can't really sort through her thoughts. I think her thoughts are sorted. I think that she just hyper fixates and hyper focuses on specific things right now, and that's kind of what's going on in her mind. Things are kind of pointed at you. Things are pointed in your direction. To be completely honest, we still have time, before the end of the year. And I knew that some ball was going to start to get rolling here before the end of the year. And I still feel like that's a possibility. Let's see. Feelings here is Six of Cups. So Six of Cups talks about reconciliation. It talks about coming together, reuniting, feeling comfortable. Overall energy is just really feeling this disconnect between you guys. The Five of Pentacles is a lot of times like being phrased as being left out in the cold, being on the outside of someone's life. Let's see if I can make it brighter. No, I think that's the best light. Sorry, it's a little dark. I think it's actually, my light is actually dying, and I think that's why it's looking so dark. Makes sense, because the overall energy is the Five of Pentacles. Complete standstill. James, the fact that you wait for her is like, it's everything. What is your mini read question before my light goes completely out on you? That is refreshing, James. I'm sure a lot of other people could appreciate that. And I'm sure you're just like, well, I don't care about a lot of people. I just want her to appreciate it. This light that I have up here, it's like a rechargeable light, and I just was using it as an overhead because right now I have no light on in the living room. And if you scroll earlier to this live stream, you'll see like it gave off so much light and it's like dying. I'm pretty sure I gotta charge it. So I just want to make sure that we're not going to go dark on you during your reading. All right, what does the relationship look like together in 2024? What does the relationship look like together in 2024? Ace of Cups in reverse. Hey Terry, thank you. Welcome in. I appreciate you, girl. I would show you my ring, but it is it's a little bit dark in here. My overhead light is going out. But I got my wedding band on. Ooh, James. Okay. So this is actually not too bad. Okay, so Ace of Cups coming out in reverse kind of made me nervous a little bit. But Ace of Cups in reverse is not like the end of the world. It might just mean that instead of having like those new feelings, you guys just jump into a more like serious, in-depth relationship. Maybe you guys kind of pass through those initial phases of like the crush and the all. Maybe this is just talking about how in 2024 you just kind of like jump into the serious side of your connection and skip all of those things because maybe the relationship just feels right to just dive right into the depth of it all. So the Ace of Cups in reverse, aces usually talk about the start, the beginning, the feelings, the crush, but maybe you're just like, I've already waited long enough. Like, I just want to get this show on the road. That could be like your perspective here. I do see with the Magician that this is what you make it. I love the Lovers here in the center of the reading and the Six of Pentacles. This talks about balance, and this is also balance. This is Gemini energy. It's the twins. If you feel like twin flame stuff, I don't know if you do or not, but this card a lot of times indicates that if that resonates for you. And not only that, but this is so much of like the duality in like a landscape horizontal version, and then this is like duality in a vertical portrait version, if that makes sense. Like you have the balance going this way on the X and this way on the Y. So it just feels like things are really coming into alignment for you in 2024. A lot of this has to do with self decisions and self feelings and inner knowings and intuition. Again, this connection is what you guys make it. So you might find yourself, James, just straight out saying, Patty, fuck it. I have feelings for you, and I have had them for a while, and I need to want to do something about it. And I don't want you to feel rushed or pressured, but I can't continue to ignore myself and stand in the background of your life if there is a place for me here. Oh, Spirit. I love it. I love it. I love how I worded that. So I think when they say like the connection is what you make it, it might require you just full out getting bold with her. And I'm not saying that the reward is going to pay off immediately or anything, but I am saying that it might take that not taking the back seat anymore and just taking over the driver's seat and fully just like outright with it. Because thanks, James. I just really feel like there's a lot of power here in 2024, you know? And I think maybe in a contract you guys made before coming to this earth, she was like, my unconscious mind will know you need to make the move on me this time, and you need to be the one to pursue me. And I like, maybe her unconscious mind knows that the contract was you have to make the bold move this time around. Maybe she made the bold move in the last life or something. I don't know. I mean, we don't really know the story, do we? But I feel like in 2024, the potential is endless. It's abundant. It's literally whatever you make it. I think you're going to act when you feel it in your gut to do so. And that's when you're going to know that it's the right thing to do in that moment, in that place of time and time. And, you know, however it goes is however it goes. But I feel like there is a lot of potential here for this connection next year. And it just feels very powerful. It also feels very stable, very secure. Sixes talk about coming out of a time of maybe hardships or struggle or separation. 2024. So everyone goes like, oh, it's year 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. And that talks about coming out of hardships. And then we have 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, which is like the infinity, the 8, the never ending loop, the duality of the twins, the balancing. I feel like a lot of big things that people have been wanting to happen is happening in 2024. And I think it's here for you. So I think that you guys could literally be in a relationship, or you could be nowhere at all. You could be in the same place that you are now, but it's going to require a lot of power. It's going to require a lot of like bold moves, whether that's on her part or your part. But I think it might be on yours, just because you have been wanting this for so long and you've been biding your time. But maybe 2024 is the year to really step it up, and make shit happen. So that is what I have for you, James. It was good seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. Terry, I'm so sorry I haven't had a chance to read what you said. I've been missing your lives, but hopefully can catch you sometime. Absolutely. So the last 2 weeks before the wedding, I pretty much the week before the wedding and the week after, I was kind of MIA. I just came back last week on Monday, so it's been a little over a week that I've been like full-time back at it, Terry. So come back anytime, girl, anytime. I am going to take a little break for Thanksgiving, but I'll be here tomorrow, and at some point I will be here this weekend. You're welcome, James. I hope you have a good rest of your night. If you guys are on the way out and haven't had the chance to do so, please hit that like. Really appreciate it. For some reason, likes are going they're falling a little flat lately. So it really would help me out if you guys could do that. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time.